All right, we got a bunch of stuff going on here, a bunch of different projects going on in the shop, but I want to take a few minutes to go through some Canton Oil Pan installation information. This is their trapdoor street and track oil pan for a 351 Windsor engine. Really nice. This is one of our old ones. We have the new one installed in our vehicle. We had to make some modifications. We had modified this one first to make sure that everything was going to work. So we had to cut a section out down here for a engine skid plate for our Ultra 4 car. So yeah, you have their pickup that goes along with it, and then you have what would normally be used to attach the pickup within the oil pan is a double-ended stud for your main cap. So we're actually not going to use that. We have a different way of mounting it because our engine already has a main girdle system, so we had to do some other altercations, and I have some videos of what that looks like. So one of the things I like about all the Canton products is for almost all of them you can find installation information, tech information on their website. You just go to their website, cantonracingproducts.com. and it's right here, third one down on the left, product tech. So we'll look at the oil pans, oil pan accessories. So best results for installing oil pan. No rocket science going on here, let's be honest. You're installing an oil pan. The point is you don't want it to leak. So they give some information about, you know, tightening the drain plug and whatnot. You know, putting an RTV around the rails and everything, RTV bead. So, you know, I think the key there is you don't want it to be too thick, but you want it to be just enough. We kind of deviate from this a little bit. We only dab a little corner, or dab a little bit RTV in the corners, simply to seal up where the joints are at the front and rear main seals. We use a single piece rubber overmolded gasket. You know, just easy to take on and off when you have to service stuff or mess with something. So anyway, you know, they give you torque specs and things like that, which I feel like a lot of times is missing from installation information, and this to me is kind of important. You know, you can look that stuff up. You can tighten them by hand, but you know, it's always nice to get things torqued to the proper spec. So it tells you what the 1/4 inch 20 bolts should be, which is 10 foot-pounds, and the 5/16 18 should be 12. So we have a bunch of stuff going on here. I'd laid some pipe in here just to try to figure out how I was going to route exhaust and do my headers and all that stuff when I get to it. But we have the oil pan installed in our race car. You can see our engine skid plate, which is a tubing that sits underneath of the oil pan. And then you can start to see where we had to modify it here to fit with our chassis. So pretty simple fix. It just takes some time to make sure you get it right. I think that's the hardest part. But everything installs well. Very nice finish. Very good zinc coating. So unfortunately I'll just have to paint that one section to keep it from rusting. But you know, just make sure you get your bolts snugged up and torqued, and I always like to work out from the middle on each side, so kind of crisscross from side to side. But you know, we haven't had a lick of trouble with any of our Canton oil pan stuff or oiling system. So you know, that's that. You have your you have a couple different ports you can use for different things. We'll use this probably for a dipstick, maybe this one for a temp sensor. I don't know, we may not use it. We may put the temp sensor somewhere else. But you have a drain plug in the front for the small sump. Then you have drain pan back here, or your drain plug back in the back where you really can't see it, for the main sump. So all in all, we really like this Canton stuff. We'll toss some pictures in along the way of, you know, the modifications we had to make and some installation steps. So there you have it.